Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here today with Ouachita Christian quarterback Hunter Herring, fresh off of a commitment to the Ragin Cajuns just a couple days ago. And Hunter, man, how has everything been going? We were just talking about 2020 has been a movie and not a particularly exciting one for the most part, but some pretty exciting days for you and the family and the OCS program. What's been up? Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me. Like you said, it's been a movie, not a good one, but just been trying to keep myself busy. Finally getting back with the guys, got back in the office, started working out again. Finally able to get some guys out there to throw some routes to. So it's been slow, but all's well.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into what the outlook is for you and the Eagles teammates as you head into senior year, coming off of another great year in a program that has been fortunate to have a lot through the years. But even before we get into some of the commitment stuff, what has the COVID shutdown looked like for you in terms of what you've been able to do for the past few months before you guys were able to get back together as a team? It's been kind of interesting to hear different players' ways of staying active through some of it, depending on what they kind of had at their disposal around them. What does it look like for Hunter Herring?
Right. Well, as you know, before this last football season, I was committed to play baseball at ULM. And so after this past football season, I kind of opened my eyes a little bit, thought I'd try and see where football would get me. And with the COVID stuff, I was actually able to take a visit down to UL before everything was shut down. But like the Elite 11, I was supposed to attend that got shut down. And all the rival series camps, those were all shut down. So it was kind of weird just not having anything to go to kind of showcase myself with the recruiting process. But I stayed in contact with a couple coaches and sent videos of me throwing. I started working with a quarterback coach in Shreveport, and he's actually the guy who trains UL starter right now, Levi. So he had some good contact, and it was just kind of a week-by-week thing. Kept working. They'd send directions and just kind of tell me what they wanted to see, and kept working, and finally paid off. So.
Yeah, I saw you had a chance to visit with Anna Jane Howell about getting that opportunity to go visit and talk to Levi and some of the other quarterbacks and coaches down there. I guess expand a little bit more on that visit and what it meant to get that in before everything did shut down, and what kind of your takeaway was from those guys and having a chance to just kind of be around them, pick their brain, hear what they had to say about the program, where it was now, and the direction moving forward.
Right. So I'm very glad I got to get down there. I was really, really surprised by the facilities that they have. I mean, it's top notch. Just from the second I got there, all the coaches made it feel like home and welcomed me and the family. And I just feel like obviously it's a culture. It's a big family down there. You're not just a number whenever you come into the system. And that's a big thing that stuck out to me. But so obviously, like I said, I kept working and finally got that opportunity. And I committed pretty fast just because, like I said, it's a big family down there, and I think they're doing a great job. Coach Napier's doing a great job not only making players better, but making them better people too. So that's something I really wanted to be a part of.
And you had mentioned kind of the transition from a mindset that baseball was going to be the future beyond this upcoming year to a realization that football at a pretty high level was going to be an opportunity, and then to have the monster curveball that was the coronavirus come into a spring that was anticipated to be a really big spring in your process for continuing to kind of expand your recruitment as a quarterback. Take me a little bit more through that and kind of what some of the nerves probably were like at points as you saw one thing after another get canceled, and what it's been like to see this level of an opportunity still fall into place despite some of those additional hurdles to get through.
Right. Obviously I want to start by just thanking God for everything that's happened. 2020 has been crazy, but even through it all, he's blessed me with so much, but obviously, like you said, a big curveball kind of slowed everything down. And at the beginning, I did get nervous just because I wasn't able to get myself out there and kind of get the attention that I was hoping for. But I just stuck with it, just did what I could, prayed about it. And just kept working. So.
And for a guy that is growing up, I mean, right up 165 from ULM, and now you're going down to Lafayette, as much of a chip on their shoulders as those two programs can have toward one another, what has the reaction been like from folks around Monroe? And
Everybody's been pretty supportive of it. I think obviously people knew after last football season that it was going to be something that I was going to do. I kind of held out because, I mean, baseball has always been there. I've always been a big baseball guy, and it was hard to try and tell myself that I wouldn't play again. But at the end of the day, after praying about it a lot, I just had to figure out what was best for me, and I feel like football would take me farther than baseball would. And like I said, I mean, everybody's been supportive. They're happy for me. So.
For all the success that OCS has had too, obviously some guys have gone on from that OCS football program to play at college football programs. But despite all the success, we've seen guys that haven't had the opportunities that I think we anticipated them having, even going back to when I was up in Monroe and I'm watching Paul Michael Garner and Mark Laird break every record that stood. And
right.
And Paul Michael didn't really get a lot of attention, and Mark, people kept just kind of pushing toward the baseball stuff, which obviously has worked out very well for him. But people forget he was a phenomenal wide receiver, among the best in the state at his time. What's it been like for you to kind of see the opportunity to be one of those guys that is going to get a chance to go play college football and represent OCS football at a college football program, and the excitement of Coach Fitzhugh and everybody to know that you're going to be one of the ones that gets to do that sort of thing, and that they're going to get a chance to watch you on a lot of Saturdays here for years to come.
Right. It's definitely a dream come true. I mean, I transferred to OCS my 9th grade year, and from the second I got there, I mean, they took me in, trusted in me, worked with me. And I mean, I guess they always saw it. I always worked with them. They worked with me. And then this past season, after having some setbacks, had a little back injury going into the season, so I didn't get to do a whole lot of 7-on-7 stuff. So really, I went into last season with not a whole lot of reps, still trying to figure out the whole quarterback deal, but they stuck with me, and it was kind of a week-by-week process. But I just kept working, kept doing it, and they trusted in me, so that was a big thing for me. But in the end, like you said, I mean, getting the chance to go and play college ball, I mean, obviously I want to go represent OCS, make a big name for OCS, get them out there, and just show it off. So
what's the fit look like from your perspective, as you have a familiarity there with what the Cajuns have been doing on offense, with what Levi has been able to do as he's just continued to grow into such a huge leader for that program. You're a guy we saw dropping dimes all over the Superdome field last time out, but as much as people, I think, saw all those touchdown passes, they saw a little bit of what you can do with your legs too, and you rushed for over 1,100 yards as a junior. What do you kind of see from your skill set and what you bring to that offense, knowing the offense and what you're going to be getting into?
We definitely run a bunch of similar stuff. I mean, the RPOs, all the option, all the zone reads and stuff. I mean, that's huge. It's hard to cover all that when you run it right. And I just feel like with my size and, like you said, the way I use my legs, I think it'll be a great fit for them. And obviously for senior year, I mean, hopefully up those stats a little bit. But like you said, I mean, I just think it'll be a good fit for me just to be able to do both of those, throw the ball and run the ball a little bit. So.
I was chatting with Zy McDonald a little bit the last couple of days too, the first quarterback commit for this 2021 class for the Cajuns, who committed there at the beginning of May. And he mentioned how you had reached out in the last couple of days and wanted to really start building that relationship. What made you want to do that, make that connection and get started? Some guys might have some very quick competitive nature, knowing that they're going into the program same year, same position and stuff like that. But obviously it was important to you to build a positive working relationship and friendship and all those things. And what kind of popped to mind that made you do that, and how have been some of those early conversations with Zy?
Right. Well, I saw the 2021 commits. I think there was 4 others that I'd reached out to, and everybody was I just tried getting that relationship started. I mean, obviously I know how blessed I was, just how happy I was for the whole opportunity to go down there. And I know that they're just as happy as I was, and I don't want there to be any tension, obviously, with Zy. I mean, he's a great quarterback, love his film. I know I've never met him before, but I just wanted to start that. Obviously, there's going to be some competitiveness coming in, but I think just having that friendly nature, I mean, I'm going to push him, he's going to push me to work, and I look at it that way. I don't look at it trying to be all cocky about it. I want him to do his best, make me better, and hopefully I can make him better. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys getting a chance to link it up and have that kind of friendly competition. Anytime I've had the opportunity to cross paths with either one of you, you've been not only really exciting young football players to watch, but just, I mean, great guys to interact with and kind of hear your perspective and your mindsets leading your teams.
yes, sir.
Heading into senior year with that one more go around with the Eagles, it's going to be difficult to have much better of a season than what you had as juniors in terms of the end result and bringing another championship back up north of Monroe. In these first couple weeks, getting back into some workouts, what has been sort of the attitude, the mindset, the goal setting process for you and the rest of the seniors and really the rest of the team?
Right. Well, obviously last season was a lot of fun. Like you said, I mean, bringing a state championship back home, and I think people like that a lot. And during this quarantine, I know we couldn't get together, but you can tell, I mean, who put in the work and who didn't. And we've got a lot of guys who really worked, put on that weight, gotten a lot bigger, a lot stronger. So I think the mindset kind of is we know people are going to be after us this season just because we won it all last year. So we just got to learn to not take any team lightly, just keep working, and just to realize that no team's going to kneel down to us. So we got to put in the work and hopefully bring home another state championship.
I'm looking forward to watching it, man.
Yes, sir.
Any last messages to any folks around Lafayette or just kind of fans of the Cajuns that they need to know about Hunter Herring, the latest commit, as we kind of round it out?
And I'm just excited to get down there, take it all in. So
excellent. Well, thanks again for your time, man. Send my love to Coach Fitzhugh, one of my all-time favorites when I was up there, and been a pleasure to keep in touch through the years. And
yes,
just
sir.
keep doing what y'all are doing, man. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Again, he's Hunter Herring, OCS quarterback, getting ready for his senior year, and then his college career in Lafayette with the Cajuns, fresh off of a commitment just a few days ago. Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.